Hello, Croatian vibers. Welcome to my channel. My name is Katarina and I've been living in Croatia for the past 7 years and still counting. Today, I want to talk about becoming a Dutch citizen by system of naturalization. There's so many ways that you can become a Dutch citizen, but today I'm going to talk about naturalization because that is what I am going for. I am married to a Dutch citizen for the past 6 years. Now we are in our 7th year anniversary. So soon we're going to be 7 years married. So I decided to apply for Dutch citizenship. And because we live in a neutral country, we don't live in the Netherlands, and we don't live in Kenya, where I come from. I come from Kenya and my husband comes from the Netherlands. So then I was eligible to apply for Dutch citizenship after 3 years of getting married. But I was not in a hurry because I don't want to live in Netherlands. And I'm quite comfortable here in Croatia, and I'm already a permanent resident in Croatia. So then I'm not really in a hurry, but then it is always advantageous to have a Dutch citizenship. So then I decided to go for it. And last year, if you watched my previous episode about becoming a Dutch citizen, I went and I applied for my Dutch exam, and I did all of them in one day for 3 hours and a half non-stop. No eating, no drinking, just doing the exams, and I passed with flying colors. So after 2 months, I got my diploma because it is a requirement. In order for you to become a Dutch citizen, you need that diploma of the integration exam. So the first step for you to become a Dutch citizen by the system of naturalization, if you're married to a Dutch citizen, then you need that diploma. So now that my diploma is out, I was called by the embassy and they told me that I can go for the diploma, but I was not in a hurry. So I've not picked it up, even if it came out in January. But now I'm ready to go for the next step because I live 2 hours from Zagreb. So it is usually a big job for me just to drive all the way to Zagreb to get the diploma. So I just let it stay there, and then once I'm already organized and I'm ready to go for my the system, like to apply for the next step, then I could go for it. And today is the day. So actually, I'm recording this video right now, and then immediately after this video, I'll go to the embassy so that I can get to start the system. So I'm going to talk about the requirements, what you need. The first thing that you need is the diploma of your integration exam, if you passed your exam. If you did not pass your exam, you have to first pass your exam, and you have to pay 375 euros in order for you to pass in order for you to take all the exams. There are 5 different exams. After that, now in this system, in order for me to now apply for the naturalization process, because it's a long process, it takes a long time. So then I have to pay 949 euros for me to be able to apply for this process. It is not cheap. It is not for free. So if you are expecting it to be for free, it is not free. So I have to pay 945 euros. And of course, there are documents I have to submit, and one of them is the diploma. The second documents, I have to submit the Dutch passport. My boys are Dutch. You can see I have 3 boys. I have 3 children, so I have these Dutch passports. And then I have my Kenyan passport. I also have to submit it for them to be able to do their background check. So this is one thing that you have to submit, your passport and the passport of your children, in order for them to do the check. And that is the second requirement. Another requirement I have here is the resident cards, the Croatian resident cards. So for everybody, for my boys, for myself, and my 3 boys, I have to submit them in the Dutch embassy today in Croatia, in Zagreb. So that is something else that I require to submit. I also have a whole file here. Guess what? I carried this file and I'm going to carry it to the embassy because it is which color? Orange. Orange is the national color of the Netherlands. So if you don't know, now you know. So then I'm going to carry this one to the embassy. It is pretty new, it is shiny, so I bought it for that matter. And here I have other documents. I really need a lot of documents. And some of the documents is birth certificates for the boys. For my boys, I have 3 boys, as I said. So for all my boys, I have to get to the birth certificates. And we have international birth certificates and also the local birth certificates. My children were born in Croatia, so all of them have birth certificates from Croatia and also international ones. So I'm going to carry the original and the copies. So something else I have to carry is the marriage certificate for my husband, and to show that I have been married to my husband, and of course to show for what period of time. So that is something that is very important. It is another requirement. Another requirement that you need a birth certificate. So if you don't have a birth certificate, then you are in trouble, because then you can't apply for naturalization without showing a birth certificate for which country you were born in. For me, I was born in Kenya, so I have my Kenyan birth certificate. I have plenty of documents here. I'm telling you, a lot of documents you can see. And so then if you have any issue with your birth certificate, you have to inform them what the issue is, so that they can actually be able to tell what the issue is. If you need some notary public or anything, you need to tell them in order for you to be able to go through the process. Another document that you need, actually this one came as a surprise for me, is a certificate of good conduct. And actually had a little bit of problem of finding it, because then I went to my local government and they told me I had to go to a bigger city. Then I went to the bigger city, and it was, the lady behind the counter was quite rude. I think because then I don't speak enough Croatian, so then we didn't get to really understand each other. So it was a bit frustrating for me, but I eventually got the certificate of good conduct, and I hope that it is enough for them. Otherwise, if it is not enough, then I have to go to Zagreb to get now the national certificate of good conduct, to show that the past 5 years or the whole life in Croatia, I've not committed any crime. Do I look like a criminal? So and then I'm going to carry this certificate of good conduct and take it to the embassy, and they are going to put me in the system, and I have to wait. Well, when I go there, then I have to go there and submit all my documents. If they need any extra documents, they are going to tell me. But those are all the requirements, all the documents I need. And of course, I have to pay the money I told you, 945 euros. And then that is just the first process. So then they are going to review my application, and it will go all the way to the king. And once the king approves, and maybe he thinks that I'm an eligible citizen to his country, then they are going to give me feedback. And from there, then I can start the real process of now becoming a Dutch citizen. They say that I have to actually go to the ceremony, the inauguration ceremony, where you get to denounce your citizenship, and also say that you are a Dutch citizen. It is usually held in the Netherlands, in the gemeentes, in the governments, in the counties. But I don't know how it is going to play out, because I'm not in the Netherlands, and I've not really found a place where it explains to me exactly what I have to do. So I have to wait and see what I have to do. So for now, this is what I'm going to do, and then they're going to tell me after I've paid and after I submitted my documents, if everything is fine, then I'll wait to hear from them. The whole process can take up to 1 year. So then it is not something that you're going to apply today and get tomorrow. So you really have to be patient You really have to have time. And because for me, I'm not in a hurry, I'm not looking into moving from Croatia to the Netherlands. I'm not in a hurry, so I don't have to run. I don't have to, I'm not in a hurry. So I'm just going to wait and be patient and see what they are going to tell me. If they need any extra documents, if they need any clarifications, then I have to submit whatever they ask for, and then they can go ahead with the system. If you have all the documents, if you have everything clear, then you don't need to worry about anything. And one last requirement that you require as a spouse who is married to a Dutch citizen, you need to prove of payment from your husband for the past 3 months. Like, for example, for me, I'm married to a Dutch man, so he has to prove that he gets some salary here in Croatia. So we are going to print some bank statements so that we can also submit them to the Dutch embassy and they can see. Of course, we also have to prove that we live in Croatia, our residency in Croatia, and we have been living here for the past 5 years. But that is very easy because we have our documents, our residents are here in Croatia. So then that is pretty easy for them to confirm and to check from whatever they are going to check from. So then that document is very important, the statement that you're eligible here and you're married to a Dutch citizen. So you need to also submit that document, important document. So those are all the documents you require for this step. And if you go ahead now and you reach to the point of now getting a passport, then you have other requirements. You have other things you're required to submit and other documents that you're required to submit. But today I wanted to talk about becoming a Dutch citizen by naturalization and how it is going step by step, and the requirements and the documents that you require in order for you to become a Dutch citizen. I hope that I helped you, and I hope that you have been clarified with this issue, and I wish you a lot of luck and wish me luck. Bye. I love you.